It doesn't sound like you're a fan of points and a half.
No, I'm not a fan of the whole countdown. I mean, I think it needs to be revamped. I think that they need to go back like NASCAR does, and they reset it. However, they're stagger between each driver, but then they need to go back and say, okay, you're going to get X amount of wins or X amount of points for every win you've had. Okay, and make the wins count for something, not just be useless.
Freak Nation, I'm about to lose count on both of my hands when it comes to race wins for this NHRA Funny Car champion. Robert Hight, your winner from WWT Raceway's NHRA Extravaganza this afternoon, joining us here in the Freak Nation. And the sad part about this is when we're conducting this interview with you, you haven't had a damn thing to eat. So you're on full beers right now, huh?
Exactly, yeah. And, we're going back to 2018, the last time I won this race. I crashed in the final and had to go get my collarbone worked on at the hospital. So didn't get to celebrate. So we got to double celebrate tonight, right?
You do have some catching up to do.
Yeah. So
that's right. Oh my God, that was 2018?
Yes.
It seems like 10 years ago almost. Holy
All right, I'm going to take a left turn. I'm going to follow that right there. Robert Hight here in the Freak Nation, NHRA Funny Car pilot, winner from WWT Raceway this afternoon. When you have an accident at a track, injury accident, how quickly can you put that behind you? Meaning you pull up to the starting line, you see all these familiar sights and sounds from this one racetrack. Do you cringe going, oh, damn it, this is when I toasted my car, or is it already gone?
No, it's got to be gone. You've got to put it behind you and move on to the next one. And, if history repeats itself, we went on to Dallas, which was the next race, and won. So it's exactly what this AAA team needs to do. This countdown's really close. This was a 40-point swing in the final. Had Caps beat me, it would have been single-digit lead, going into 3 races left. So it's crazy how competitive it is. And, going back to what you said earlier, if somebody would have bet me early in the year that any funny car driver would have 8 wins this year, I'd have bet against it. And what's really sad is 8 wins is not going to win the championship. We're going to have to win more.
Oh, okay. So you don't think you can just get to the finals or even just get to the semifinals and or finals through your next 3 races and be safe enough? You need to have at least 1 more win, you're thinking.
I think I need 2 more wins. I mean, Caps has been on a tear. He's winning races. And then the way NHRA does this, they give you 1.5 points for Pomona. So instead of 20 points for a round win, you're going to get 30. So unless you go into Pomona with more than 120-point lead, it's mathematically possible for somebody else to get you.
Ooh, I did forget about that. Doesn't sound like you're, yeah. It doesn't sound like you're a fan of points and a half.
No, I'm not a fan of the whole countdown. I mean, I think it needs to be revamped. I think that they need to go back like NASCAR does, and they reset it. However, they're stagger between each driver, but then they need to go back and say, okay, you're going to get X amount of wins or X amount of points for every win you've had. Okay, and make the wins count for something, not just be useless.
Statman, that's something you've said for years. Wins need to matter, right?
Exactly. But who listens to the Statman?
They don't listen to me either, I promise.
Wait a minute. You're part of their bread and butter. They need to be listening.
No, they won't.
Right, exactly.
They want it to go down to the Auto Club Finals, the last round of the year to crown a champion. And you want to talk about a pressure cooker?
Yeah. Ask Doug Coletta and Tony Schumacher a couple times.
You got that right. Exactly.
Hey, Dad, what are you going to buy at the store today?
I'm out of Lucas Oil fuel treatment, so let's jump in here and grab us some.
Well, do they have the Lucas Oil Parts Cleaner and Degreaser?
I bet they do.
Well, how about the Lucas Oil Power Steering Fluid?
They'll have that too.
Even the Octane Booster?
I won't be surprised if they do.
My favorite red and tacky grease?
Yes, they will, babe.
Dad, when we're done, can we grab some candy?
Deal, but you gotta share.
Awesome! Lucas works.
So Robert Hight is the Funny Car winner at Worldwide Technology Raceway. I want to ask you something a little different. You talked about some stresses that are going on in the funny car and in the countdown and all of that. When you get out of the car and you get quiet, you ever want to get your gun and go out and do some shooting, some competition shooting like you used to do?
You're not kidding. Yeah, I'd give anything for that right now. I got to do a little bit this summer, and I had a blast. Honestly, I think it really helps me in the car because you can focus. But yeah, if everything goes well, I'm going to try between Vegas and Pomona to go shoot in Tucson, Arizona.
Wow. You got it all planned out. So that will get your mind right, and you'll show up for those points and a half.
That's right.
Ready to blaze away.
Yeah. Shoot up some, get my my frustrations out.
Well, let's just preface. If people are just tuning in,
wait a minute, Kenny.
What?
I know what you're doing, but we can't let that go by. We've talked to Robert Hight for 20 years, and that's the first time he dropped anything on us. That talk about stress. You need to get a gun right now.
No.
Is that his first F-bomb?
No, no, he's done it before.
No, on mic.
Oh.
Who knows? It's all good.
Well, he was a competition shooter. We're not. That's all we're talking about. We're not.
Right.
Yeah, that's my point. I don't want people to go, "Oh my God, Robert Hight's going to get on the roof of the deer rifle." No,
go postal. Yeah. No.
No.
Damn it! We just had 80 affiliates join us, man.
That's what I said. He's going out because that went into my mind. He's going out some competition shooting. I tried to make that clear.
How specifically, though, Robert, does that help you relax? I mean, is it because you're so laser focused on your targets and you have nothing racing on your mind and that feels good?
Yeah, exactly. And, honestly, I used to shoot a lot, and you can't miss in trap shooting if you want to win. You have to be perfect. And so you've got to stand out there and have focus for several hours. And honestly, if you can do that, I think you can drive a race car. I think because that's once you learn how to drive, it's really all about focus and paying attention and being on your game.
So does that help you more at the starting line and your reaction times, or do you think it helps you if something goes wrong in 1,000 feet? It helps you more on that reactionary basis.
I think everything about driving a race car is a reaction. First, you have to leave the starting line on time, be better than the guy or gal in the other lane. And then you have to react to whatever the car does. Okay. And you have to be laser focused on your game. So yeah, it helps in all aspects of driving.
That's fascinating.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
That it just amazes me. First time you hit us with that competition thing, that was like, wow. I mean, you got so much intensity. You only compete for 15 minutes a weekend, but those are the most intense 15 minutes that anybody has ever had in their life. I mean, so much is going on. Championships at stake, points at stake, competition is at stake. I could understand, going and doing something completely different that requires that same level of concentration.
Yeah, exactly. And, I also have a lot of fun doing it. So you guys ever want to go shooting with me? I'd love to take you out. It's a blast.
What are you shooting?
I shoot a 12 gauge and I've got guns. We can, we'll go out. You guys are in Arizona?
Yeah.
I know you said Tucson. I was like, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of places right in Phoenix, Tucson. It's Arizona's a big shooting state.
Hey, why don't we do this for the last race at here at Phoenix next year? Maybe you get out here early. We go do a little skeet shooting.
I'll take you guys. I promise. I'll come in a day early and we'll go out and we'll have a blast. And you guys will be hooked. I promise.
Dang. Well, Robert, we know you're headed off to get some food, my friend. Thanks for taking about 8-9 minutes to join us here in the Freak Nation. Congratulations on your 8th freaking win, buddy.
Yeah,
it's been crazy. We're gonna have some fun tonight and enjoy this, but we gotta get back on track tomorrow and focus. We had a mechanical error you know, and it wasn't anybody made a mistake. It was a $6 part failed in Charlotte last weekend and, you know, cost us the round win. I'm not saying we would have won the race, but it cost us a round win. So we gotta stay focused and make sure that doesn't happen again. And I think we might even do some testing before we go to Dallas.
Bang. Robert Hight, 8 times in the winner's circle, NHRA Funny Car driver, joining us here in the Lucas Oil Studios as we've been doing this for 22 years. Robert Hight, thank you, buddy.
Thanks for having me, guys.